Okay, we're back in my little corner of the world. I got my setup for the smoothie. I cut up the cantaloupe and did a little taste test. It's delicious. There's fundamentally nothing wrong with this piece of fruit that was in the discount bin. Nothing. It's a great way to score some fruit. Okay, so don't always discount it. So we have my banana. This is going to be a creamy one. The banana is still a little bit green. Again, I've read that green banana, there's nothing wrong with the green banana. It's actually a little better for you. I'm not quite sure how much, if I measured this out. Cup and a half, maybe. The cantaloupe. This is some good cantaloupe. Cantaloupe is kind of like honeydew melon and watermelon, and I guess fundamentally all the fruits nowadays, it's a hit miss. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're sweet, sometimes they're a little bit sour, sometimes they're pretty bland. But this one is a good one, so I'm excited. So cut it up. I should have cut it smaller so it's easier on the blade. But I'm going to stick all of this in there. I was debating what kind of base liquid I wanted on this, but I decided to go with the milk, with the soy milk, because I was going to be adding the vanilla protein powder to it. I prefer to use a green tea, but I just think that's weird with the vanilla. So if you know of a protein powder that has no added flavor, that would be really great. Please recommend what you know. I have, is this the kale or is this the spinach? I do believe that this is the spinach. This is spinach. I wanted the spinach and not the kale because it doesn't add any flavor. Sometimes kale has a little bit of a tingy flavor in there, but I'm only going to add a little bit. Also brought out some cottage cheese for some added protein, but this is already getting kind of full. Again, cottage cheese adds no flavor. There's no flavor. It's just more protein. I actually added just a little bit of the spinach. Something else I want to add to this, and you may think it's weird, but that's okay, is I'm going to put a little bit of cinnamon in here. Ooh, I don't have to twist the top off. There we go. Just a little bit of cinnamon. Now, this is going to be a creamy one. However, it's not going to be a overtly cold and frozen. So I do have some ice chunks here in case I wanted to make sure that it gets nice and cold. We're going to add in our milk. I typically don't measure this out. Usually it gets 8 ounces in there anyway. So there we are. I'm going to add in the ice just a little bit before we actually go through. Just a little bit of ice. Trying to get the smaller pieces in there. All right. I didn't add the whey protein. Let's go ahead and blend this up and then I'll do that. Hold on to your ears.